Arsenal's reported bid for Viktor Gyökeres from Sporting.
Exactly. A 75 million bid, apparently. So our mission really is to cut through the transfer buzz and figure out, what makes this potential move so significant.
And why Gyokeres specifically? Why him? What's the big deal?
Right. A potential investment like that, 75 million, that immediately says this isn't just a player in form.
No, absolutely not. It suggests they see someone who could, well, fundamentally change their attack, doesn't it?
Definitely. So let's talk about that figure first. 75 million. Our sources are pointing to that number being put on the table by Arsenal.
And, I mean, that kind of money signals serious, serious intent. It's a huge valuation for any player.
It really is. So to understand why that valuation, we've got to look at what Gyokeres has actually been doing.
And the numbers. Well, they're frankly staggering, aren't they?
Staggering is the word. What are we talking? Like 52 goals in 49 matches this season?
Yeah, something like that. And 38 league goals within that. I mean, that kind of output.
Yeah.
It puts him right up there with Europe's very best strikers right now.
Wow. Okay. But it's not just the sheer number of goals, is it? What else is making him stand out?
No, it's the profile, too. We keep hearing about his physicality, his directness.
Like a one-man wrecking crew sometimes? Is that fair?
Kind of, yeah. What's really interesting is how those attributes mesh together. He's got the strength, to hold off defenders. The drive to just run straight at goal, but also that ability to be the focal point, win headers, bring others into the game.
So he can lead the line pretty much by himself.
That seems to be the key asset, yeah. That independence.
Okay, so how does that fit with Arsenal, with Mikel Arteta's system? We've heard for a while now about this desire for a more traditional number 9.
Yeah, that term keeps cropping up.
For anyone listening who's maybe less familiar with the tactical side, what does that usually mean, a traditional 9?
Well, typically it's talking about a center forward who's really good at holding the ball up, being a real presence in the penalty box, a target.
Right, someone to aim crosses at, play through balls into, a focal point.
Exactly. And if you look at Arsenal, they've often used, let's say, more fluid forwards recently, haven't they?
They have, yeah. More interplay, less of a fixed target man.
So bringing in someone like Gyokeres with his profile, it suggests they might be looking to add that more direct physical option.
A different kind of threat, maybe? Someone to unlock defenses in a different way?
Precisely. It could make them more effective, perhaps, in those tighter games against packed defenses. It adds another dimension.
That makes sense. And for you listening, this is why it matters, right? It's not just gossip.
No, not at all.
Understanding the player, the potential fit, it helps you see how a team like Arsenal might actually change how they play.
Absolutely. You start thinking, okay, if he comes in, does that mean a shift? More direct play sometimes.
How does his physicality change things when they're trying to break teams down?
Those are the strategic questions, yeah. The ripple effects of one big signing.
Okay, so let's quickly pull that together then. We've got this significant 75 million euro reported bid.
Which reflects a really high valuation, clearly.
Driven by an exceptional goal record, but also these key attributes. Physicality, directness.
Leading the line, yeah. All qualities that seem to align with Arsenal's reported interest in a, more traditional kind of striker for Arteta's setup.
Right, so it leaves you, the listener, with something to think about, doesn't it?
Definitely. How might bringing in a striker with that specific profile, the power, the goals, how might that fundamentally change Arsenal's whole attacking approach?
Yeah, and their flexibility. What new dimensions could that sort of traditional number 9 actually bring to a top team in today's football, especially one that hasn't really used one like that recently?
It's a fascinating question to consider as this story develops.